Nicole, how are you doing today?
Fine, how are you?
I'm great. So did you have a hard time finding the place or anything?
A little bit. I did get the directions, but I did get a little mixed up just a little bit. But I was able to turn myself back around and find everything okay.
Okay, okay. So before we get started, I just wanted to let you know some of the kind of rules of engagement. So what we're going to do today is going to be completely confidential. And what I mean by confidential is none of your information is going to be divulged to anyone else other than me and you without your permission. Now, the only times that that would actually be a problem is if you tell me that you're going to hurt yourself, you're going to hurt me or someone else, or if during this you have talked about maybe some abuse that we probably need to look into or anything like that. Okay,
Okay.
does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we got that a little bit out of the way, why don't we go ahead and talk a little bit? Why don't you tell me a little bit about why you're here and how we can help you?
I, to be honest, I don't know why I'm here. Um, they just told me I had to come, and I was like, for what? I don't need any help. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm here.
Okay, who is they?
The people from social services. They said that I had to come see you, or I couldn't go back to work, and I'm like, I still don't understand why because I don't have a problem.
So social services has asked you to come and see me today.
Yeah,
All right. So did they give you a reason? And what reason was that?
they said that if I didn't come, that I wouldn't be able to go back to work. That it was viewed that I had a problem um, with my with using. Um, it's not a problem for me. I don't understand. I can stop. I can stop taking. I don't have to pop pills all the time. So I, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
So on one hand, you've been asked to come here by some legal authority, but you don't feel like you have a problem.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. I
Okay.
can stop. I can stop popping pills whenever. I
Okay.
don't have a problem.
Okay. Do you? So how is social services involved?
Well, I guess I came to work and I may have been a little buzzed over, and somebody saw me take some pills, and I got reported. So I think that's how it happened.
Oh, it's your job. So social services is your job. You do. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So so how this is how we're going to get started with you gave me some really good information. I want to thank you for that. I'm going to just turn it a little bit here. Just because you reported to me that you don't really think that you have a problem, and that's okay. So we'll go at a different angle a little bit. Since you're saying that you have to be here anyway, we'll make it worth your while a little bit. How's that sound?
Okay.
Okay, so what I really want to kind of talk about right now is I'm going to throw out some things that most people value, and I would like you to give me maybe two or three of those that you value the most. Okay,
Okay.
so how about your job, employment?
I value that a lot because I have to have the money to survive.
Okay, oh, family,
Family's important.
family is important. Okay, do you significant others?
Um, I could take a leave 'em.
What about how about your education and your profession, which is a little bit different than employment?
Um, I value that probably high because I like to think that people see me as a person who takes my job seriously and values my performance on the job um, in a manner that's befitting everybody.
Okay. I think I've got a really good thing, or a really good list to go by right now. Three of the things that I heard that you value is one, you value your job.
Mhm.
Two, you value your profession because you had a lot more to say about those two. And then family came in there. Not as high as though it sounded to me, but it still came in there again at number three. So let's just say, just so I have an idea, and so maybe you have an idea, on a scale of 0 to 5, 0 being you don't value that, and 5 being you value it very much, and
Okay.
then somewhere in between, how would you rate how much you value your job?
5, because it's very important because I need it for to survive.
Okay. And using the same scale, how would you value your profession?
Um, Maybe about a 3.5. I value it. I appreciate everything, but it's not like I can't switch my professions or go back to school and do something different.
And so going with the same scale, let's talk. Let's rate your family value.
Um, I'd probably rank family about a 4, because I value my family and I value their opinions, and um, I like being around my family quite a bit.
So we got a 5, a 2.5, and a 4.
Hmm.
Those are pretty decent. So on the employment, since you rated it so high, um, how come you didn't rate it any less? I think you kind of gave me an explanation, but elaborate on that.
Well, again, I have to have my job to survive. I have to come into work and so that I can receive a paycheck, so that I can do the things that I need to do to survive and take care of myself and my family, so things get taken care of.
You need this job in order to basically survive um, your day-to-day goals in life.
Yes.
Um, and if I was to say give it a value of 0 to 6 or 0 to 7, would you still how would you rate it then? Your job.
Is 7 still high, or
7 is the highest.
um, I'm still gonna rank it high because again, I've got to have a job to survive. But again, like I said, as far as my profession is concerned, I guess it wouldn't matter either way. Would I want to lose my job?
Bless you.
Excuse me. No, but it's not like I can find another position um, to maintain my stability and help out with the family and everything else. But I actually like this job a lot, and I actually want to be here.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad you brought up the profession because you just rated that about a 3.5. And so, what would it take? Why didn't you rate it lower, first of all?
I didn't rank it low because again, I like what I do. Um, I like being around the people. I like the atmosphere. I like my job. Um, I've been at other places before where I can honestly say I didn't like it here, or I started out liking it, but it wasn't right for me. So this place I actually like. I
Okay.
actually like being here. I actually like the environment. I like the people around. So I just I just like this job. I'd like to be here.
Okay. And so why didn't you rank it any higher?
Um, because again, um, I could have, but I still feel that if something came down, I can go out and get another, no, do another profession.
Okay. And your family, you ranked it a 4 out of 5. So how come not a 5?
Well, sometimes they get on my nerves, just like any typical other family or people. Not every family's not perfect. Things happen. I'm always being asked to do something or give my opinion to certain things, and sometimes you just get tired.
Okay. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So, with the values that you have that you've listed out to me, and two of them are very high on that scale, and one is average. It sounds like. Um, tell me how those values, the thing that like you don't want to lose your job, you really value your family and your profession. Your profession is good, but you can take it or leave it. How can how does your current situation where you have to be here because of using, you say it's not a problem, but somehow it interfered, it looks like. Um, how does that correlate? How would you say that the value, how, how does that work with the using?
Well,
Did that make
again, I
sense?
don't have to use every day. That's why I say I don't have a problem because I don't have to use every day. I
Okay.
don't have to take pills every day. I can take it or leave it. Um, Sometimes I get stressed out, and I just need to do something with my anxiety, and so I'm able to feel it too, and depending on where I'm at, I might have to take it while I'm at work just so I can kind of de-stress a little bit or something. But I didn't see it as a problem again because my thing is, how do you know what I'm taking? I could be taking aspirin, or I could be, you know, taking a pain pill because I got some kind of problem or something. But
Are you taking
somebody
aspirin?
somebody said that I was, taking something else that I wasn't supposed to be taking, and I'm like, you don't know that, so
So are you taking aspirin? Was it just an aspirin?
no,
Okay.
it wasn't. But I'm just saying, it could have been an aspirin, it could have been some Tylenol, but
You feel like you've kind of been unfairly judged, and that's the reason you might be
yeah,
here. Okay.
yeah.
So, so again, tell me, who thinks you have a problem?
Well, a coworker saw it, and and they apparently snitched on me, and went back and told the supervisor, and then I got called in the office, and I'm like, what are we talking about? What are you talking about? I'm just This is my pain pills, they're just for me to use because I got pain, and so and it was just like, well, somebody noticed that you were taking quite a few pills, on the regular. And I'm like, no, that's not, how it happened. But, I'm like, well, who told you that? And they told me they couldn't tell me. So, but I'm like, okay, but you're accusing me of something, and you don't know what it is. And of course, I refuse to show up the bottle because it ain't none of their business. So, I'm like, this is my pain medicine. So, you can't tell me to show you that. That's private information for myself. I don't have to divulge it.
Okay. So on one hand, you don't think that you have a problem and they should stay out of your business, but you still weren't willing to let them see the bottle.
Yeah,
Okay. Why is that?
because it's my business. It has nothing to do with them.
Okay.
If it's not jeopardizing my performance at work or anything, then you can't ask to see my prescription. Again, that's private information. It has nothing to do with what's going on.
So you don't believe that your performance at work is being um, jeopardized.
I don't think so.
Okay. Would you say what makes you think that since you're here, what makes you think that your performance isn't jeopardized?
I mean, somebody said, well, one day they saw me sleeping, and then another day they just felt like I was just wired to the max. And I'm just like, you know, I, I don't know,
Okay.
just get hyper today. So,
Okay. Okay. So, um, what are some of the things since we can still work with that. I was just saying, like, since you're here, and your job sent you here, but yet you said that, and you don't have a. I'm just summarizing just a little bit. You're here. You don't really want to be here because you don't think that you have a problem. On the other hand, your supervisor and your coworkers are concerned. So they've recommended that you come and see me today. So what is it you would like to do while you're here? What are some of the things you would like to work on?
I don't know. I don't think I need anything to work on. I just need people to stay out of my business and let me do my job and continue to do what I do. And I ain't got no problem. Again, it's not like I take them all the time or every single day. I take them when I need to take them. But I don't have a problem.
Okay, so let's just work with that a little bit. So over the last let's say 24 hours, let's just actually work back the last 12 hours. When was the
Okay?
last time you took a pill?
Um, I took a couple before I came in here.
Okay, but before you came in here, and think about a few hours before that.
Um,
Maybe 12 hours since we woke up this morning.
I took a couple when I got up,
Hmm.
and I may pop one more, and about 4 hours later, and then the two before I came in here.
Okay, so there's a possibility that you've had five.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you could try to remember yesterday, maybe for the whole 24-hour period, try to tell me about how many you may have taken.
Well, I typically take two when I get up, and depending on how I feel when I get at work, um, I may pop two right before lunch, and then I might take one before I leave for the day, and then go home. And then, of course, stuff is all kind of crazy at home, so I pop two more, kind of relax, and and I probably take about two more to go to bed. So, let's see if we add that up.
I was
That
gonna
was
say if you could add that up for me, that'd be
two,
great.
one, that was three, that was five, um, 6, 7. I guess that was like 9.
9. Okay. So you had 9 yesterday, not 9 pain pills, and then you had 5 so far today. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you don't think and you don't think that's a problem.
No.
So okay, so it's normal for you. You think do you how about this? Let me word it this way. You think it's normal to take that amount of pills every day?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Um, let's think about like your best friend or somebody like that.
Okay.
Do they take as many pain pills as you do during the day?
Probably not.
Okay. Do you consider them normal or not normal?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. How about your boss that sent you here? How often do they take pain pills?
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess whenever they need them.
Okay. Okay. So you think that people do take pain pills often?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever they need them.
Whenever they need them. Okay. Um, but you are telling me that you need them. You needed at least 5 today, and you needed 9 yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. How often do you run out?
Um. Probably every month.
Every month.
Yeah.
Okay. How 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 much is the prescription for? Are they prescribed? That's the other question.
Yeah, they're prescribed.
Okay.
And I probably get like 30 pills, and I run out in probably like just over 2 weeks,
Okay. Okay.
if that long. It might
Okay.
not even last that long.
Okay. Are you taking them as prescribed?
No, I take them as needed.
Okay. Did they prescribe? Did the doctor prescribe them as needed?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's describing them as needed, but he probably said to only take like one or two at a certain time span.
Okay. Okay. So, so just going with what you've told me and everything, and using that same 0 to 5 scale, um, what how would you rate your even desire to even change your pill taking behavior? From 0 being you don't want to change it at all, and 5 being that you would like to change it right now.
I'm probably in the middle of three.
Okay.
And I say that because I'm gonna have to do something because my job seems to think that I have a problem, and I don't want to lose my job, so I'm gonna have to start changing something.
Okay. So, okay. So that's the reason why you didn't rate it any. That's the reason why you rated it what you rated it. How come you didn't say 0?
Because I don't think that I have a problem, and I don't see that I need to really change, or that would have been fine with
Yeah.
well, um, because I value the opinions of the people at my job.
Okay. And let's just say if there was anything that me and you could do to from this point on to work on getting you just a point 0.5 step up higher from a 3 to a 3.5 um, desire to change this behavior, then what could we do to get to that point?
Um, Probably not take as many pills in the day.
So on that same scale, 0 to 5, um, I'm gonna ask you to rate your confidence that you could actually do that. So 0 is you are not confident that you can take less pills, and 5 is that you're very extremely confident that you can take less pills between now and the time and just next week when you see me again.
I don't know. Um, I'm willing to try.
Okay.
Um, and I what I what I'll try to do is instead of taking two, I'll take one,
Okay.
and I'll try that.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's something that you can work on, and that would kind of be your homework for for the next week. Is just if you could do what we did, a recount of how much you take, except if you could write it down for me, and then that way you could see it for yourself, and then bring it and just you don't have to bring what you've written down, but just bring me the number and try to compare it to this past week and let me know how it compares. And let's see if we can get you to be using less of the pain pills for next week, okay? So I just wanted to go over a little bit of this information. You basically came in here because your boss thought uh, you needed to seek some services because of some coworkers were talking about your potential drug use. And then you did admit to me that you have a desire to take less pills based on what your boss says. And you really you not only value your job, but you value your boss's opinion. You value your coworkers' opinions even, and you also value your family, which we really didn't get to talk about. Hopefully, we'll get to talk about that in the upcoming sessions. And 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 that's kind of where you stand right now. You don't feel like you need to be here, but you feel like someone thinks you need to be here, so you're willing to see something change a little bit out of that. Okay, is that about right? Okay. Is there anything else you would like to tell me before we close the session for today?
No, no, thank you.
Okay. Well, Nicole, it was great seeing you, and so just be here next time, this same time next week.
Okay,
All right. Thank you very much.
thank you.